911, what's your emergency?
People coming around my bed and them saying, "This is Kaylas Story, a 17-year-old girl who was recently diagnosed with autoimmune encephalitis," and go on. And it was kind of weird for me to be laying there and like 10 people around me talking about me, and I'm just like, what is going on? Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm 23 years old, and I was previously diagnosed with an autoimmune neurological condition. My life before was great. I was a good student, or at least I thought I was a good student. I was an active athlete. I played soccer, basketball, normal life, healthy, nothing concerning. I started noticing something was off after a basketball tournament. I started feeling sick, like I had the flu, and then I started getting very anxious and paranoid. I wasn't able to sleep at night. I would get up out of bed and just wander looking for things. My parents were very concerned because I wasn't making sense. Some of the things I was saying to them, for me, it just goes blank. I don't really remember a lot. I remember my parents taking me to the Children's Hospital in Philly, and I had an MRI. And on top of that, I was hallucinating. So when I got out of that state of mind, I was very confused and wanted to leave. I just kept saying, I want to go home. I don't want to be here. They were coming in almost every hour. I remember my dad had to pin me down on the bed because I was so sick of them taking blood, and I just wanted to go home. I just kept saying, I want to leave. And I don't recall having seizures, but I guess I had a lot of seizures one night. So it really was getting worse while I was at the hospital. At that point, we were so exhausted from looking up everything we could. My parents were Googling things that it could be. At that point, I thought I did something to get where I was. I thought, what did I do wrong? Why am I here? Why am I struggling? So it was just very rough to not understand what was going on and to progressively get worse. So my diagnosis, they came back and told us that it was the anti-NMDA encephalitis. Which we had never heard of. My parents had to Google it to figure out what it was. So as soon as I got diagnosed with that, they started an emergency treatment for me right in my room that night. And that night, I remember feeling like, oh my word, I know where I'm at. I'm at a hospital. It was like I woke up from a deep sleep of not knowing what was going on to immediately feeling different and being able to recognize people and realize where I was. It registered with me that, okay, something's going on. I'm here for a reason. They're gonna help me. And that was awesome to be able to slowly come back to myself. I still had a long road of recovery, but that night I just remember being like, oh, my name's Kayla, I know where I'm at. We're getting closer to the finish line. I just have to go through, these treatments and doctor's appointments, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and our prayers will be answered that I'll be able to get back to, what I was doing before. So after my last appointment in 2019, I didn't realize it was my last appointment either. They said, we're just going to do, the checkup. We're going to see how you're doing, see how you're feeling, if your weight's good, because I did lose a lot of weight. And then they said, well, you look great. I don't think you need to come back. I think, your time with us has come to an end. And that's when it clicked. Wow, the past couple years, like, that's over. That, tough time, I can close that chapter and move on. And I wanted to just walk through the hospital and kind of relive everything again. I thought it would be good for me because oftentimes at night I would just lay in my bed thinking about, everything that happened. Coming out of it, I realized, let me use this struggle to help others and just share with them my experience.